This is the end of one sortie in a hugely challenging mission. The final approach for an Australian Air Force P3 Orion after 10 hours in the air. Some 4,000 miles of flying over the world's most remote seas. Pearce Air Force Base, just north of Perth, usually home to training aircraft, is now the new focus in this extraordinary mystery. In the cockpit, a tired crew have spotted nothing. But speaking to us from the tarmac, Flight Lieutenant Russell Adams is still upbeat.
We got out on station today and had really good weather, actually. Compared to what we saw yesterday, the visibility was great. We had, better than 10 kilometres visibility. Unfortunately, the conditions back here precluded us from staying on station as long as we would have liked. We've got a lot of hope, and if the conditions remain as they are, hopefully we'll find something soon.
5 aircraft led this second day of searches in the new zone. 3 Australian P3s, a long-range private jet commandeered by the search teams, and a highly sophisticated American Navy P8. It's designed to track submarines, and yet still, this is difficult work. The satellite images discovered by the American company Digital Globe and passed to the Australians are inconclusive. These smudges could be part of the fuselage, but they might not be.
Something that was floating on the sea that long ago may no longer be floating. It may have slipped to the bottom. It's also certain that any debris or other material would have moved a significant distance over that time, potentially hundreds of kilometres.
And so it is a potential pinpoint, and it does narrow the search, but the images are 5 days old and the debris could now be submerged. The area is still vast, 1,500 miles to the southwest of the Australian mainland. It's closer to Antarctica. And yet, extraordinary as it may seem, the Australians believe that if MH370 is down there, then there is still a chance of survivors floating in the plane's life rafts.
But the plan is we want to find these objects because they are the best lead to where we might find people to be rescued.
Up in Kuala Lumpur, the demand for progress is huge.
At the moment, I have not found anything concrete as yet.
But at the Daily News Conference, the Transport Minister had depressingly little to say.
We are still awaiting information from the Australian Search and Rescue Operation as to whether the objects shown in the satellite images released by Australia yesterday are indeed related to an MH370.
Ships will reach the area through the weekend and will be a key support for the planes. Britain's HMS Echo is among them. But it is this sophisticated kit and the eyes of those on these aircraft which will confirm this to be a genuine lead or another dashed hope. And so these planes will continue to fly those long and difficult sorties with all the array of equipment they've got on board, but they will also be using their eyes. This is difficult, it's long, hard work. And it's happening many, many miles from here in possibly the most inhospitable part of the planet, a place where currents are strong, waves are rough, and the water is among the deepest anywhere. Mark Stone, Sky News in Western Australia.